The man who created Healthcraft Cookware has authored numerous cookbooks. In fact, he's working on one as we speak. Well, not as we speak. He's here cooking today.
Earlier.
And a bunch of other stuff. I've forgotten which, but it's Charles Knight. Welcome,
Hey!
Charles.
It's cooking.
And the professor, the cooking teacher here.
Well, actually, what I am doing is I am working on a recipe as we speak.
Yeah.
You know, like a lot of the recipes I do, I never cook until I bring them on the show.
So you're making enough as you go?
Well, yeah, but I do them on the computer first.
Oh.
You know,
Really?
Yeah, there's basic ingredients.
Oh, I can cook on the computer. I am great at the computer.
And sometimes, you know, sometimes you have to make adjustments, but after a while, you know, pretty much you know what has to go into the dish, except for maybe the amount of your liquids and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like for today, today we're cooking orange rosemary chicken, which I think you're going to really like. But you know, this is an interesting dish that I've never made before, but I thought of it this morning.
Is rosemary those trees on top there?
Yeah, they're basically, it's a pine tree. That's what it is.
I don't know that I like rosemary.
But it's, what do you taste it in here? I think you'll like it. Basically, all I did was this. I just cooked the chicken without any grease, laid the rosemary on top, and then covered it. And you know, see, everything's interchangeable.
So that's kind of like smoking
it. Use this. Oh, well,
kind of.
In a way,
you know,
yeah.
I mean.
In a way, but see, what I did is I used the wok as a high dome cover. It fits right in there. Yeah. Now we're going to use the wok for something else as well. Today we've got, you know, some of the questions you had last week on how to make a roux. You said like make a roux, and this is very simple. And I'm going to get Jack to do that today.
Are we going to make a roux?
Well, we're going to see if Jack can make it. First of all, we're going to use margarine. Margarine has no cholesterol whatsoever. Now you can use butter if you want.
You mean all margarine has no cholesterol?
No, that's because it's vegetable oil. All right. You know the difference between light margarine and regular margarine?
No.
If there's no cholesterol in margarine at all, why do they have light margarine?
Fat. The fat. Less fat.
No, less sodium.
Sodium.
I don't know.
No, there's unsalted margarine is unsalted. Basically, light margarine has more water in it.
That's what I was going to say.
That's it. So you might as well buy the regular margarine, put your own water in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, make it light.
So anyway, yeah, we're going to take a stick of margarine, and we're just going to drop that into a pan. The pan's been preheated, so it's going to melt pretty quickly. And basically, roux is very simple to make. Oh, let me get this. All right, roux is very simple to make. All it is a stick of butter or margarine. Don't do that.
Oh, well, I was waiting.
It's not that simple. It's not that simple. All right? And then basically just 1 cup of flour.
Is this a cup?
Yeah. Well, no, here, let me show you. See? Look at, watch. This is what they have these things for. You take the cup. Is this a cup? Yes, this is a cup. Okay. Take the cup and you put it down in here. All right? And you just kind of level it.
I think my way was easier. You
no,
pour it out in the cup.
yours is an accident waiting
to happen. What you do is you level it against the side of the thing, and you're pretty much set. All that needs is just a little bit of more, and we're all set. Okay?
A little bit of more?
And a little bit of more. And basically, this is like baking. You know, cooking is chemistry. Baking is science. Because we're actually going to bake the roux. Now, what you want to do is put a little bit of water, a little bit of flour in at a time, and then what you want to just stir it. It's very simple and easy to make.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
little. We're going to turn that down a little bit. Now, the idea of making a roux, instead of just putting flour into a dish, is that you're actually going to cook the flour. It'll actually start to smell like cookies.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
I like
while you're doing that over here, I'm going to put some milk. I've got this in a preheated skillet. And I'm going to show you what you can do with the roux. Okay, let me just turn that down.
Whoa.
You want to cook that right around. You don't really want it bubbling, almost bubbling. Okay? And it'll actually form into a boil. Now here, what we've got is we've got a cup and a half of milk. All right? And I'm going to show you how to make a bechamel, which is a classic white sauce. And the white sauce is actually made with a roux. Now, some people make it with cream, but you really don't need cream.
Doesn't smell like cookies yet.
Some of the flavoring you need in this is you need a little bit of white pepper. All right? You guys listening?
A little more, yeah.
Okay. Now, the complicated thing about making a bechamel is normally they do an onion reduction. We're not going to use an onion reduction. What we're going to do is just use a little bit of onion powder. Very, very simple and easy. Okay?
Can we take a break now?
You can do whatever you want.
In propitious time to do so.
No problem.
We'll be back in just a moment with our roux and our bechamel and Kim and Charles and everybody here. Back with a roux and a bechamel and a Kim and a Jack and a Charles and ready to, here comes the last little bit of it here.
Okay.
And I'm going to get the roux in here. This is what it looks like when it's finished. All right, we're going to take
That's
about a
good.
tablespoon. All right.
That's it.
And we're going to get this to the point where it's thick. Now I'm going to make a classic bechamel.
I missed that. You just put a whole tablespoon of that stuff in there, just one clump?
Yeah, basically. Oh, look at this. I got doubles. I got twins.
Oh, you do it with
Twin
your
egg
hand.
yolks.
He got
Yeah.
2 yolks out of
Two
1 egg.
yolks.
Did you hear the one about the...
Did you hear the yolk about?
Yeah.
Okay. 2 yolks in it. That makes it a classic bechamel.
Classic
right?
bechamel.
It's a classic, all right? And you want to get that mixing because you don't want to cook the yolk, so we're going to pull it off the burner. All right? I'm just going to keep stirring it. And I moved it out of the TV, so I'll put it back here, guys, so you can see it. See how it's thickening now?
It's
Right?
thickening.
Isn't that beautiful?
That's
the only
most
thing you want
thickening
to...
thing I ever thought in my life.
The thing you want to finish it off with is a little bit of nutmeg, and I want you to taste this. You're going to enjoy this.
Just like that?
Just taste it. Yeah, just take.
What, taste
Stick
that
my
milk?
Stick your
finger
finger
in
in and taste it. Yeah. Absolutely love it. I'm going to put some orange juice in here to deglaze.
Very hot.
All right.
Oh,
And we're gonna.
that's good.
Isn't that good? And basically there's nothing to that. Here's your rosemary. We're pulling that off. I'm going to pull the chicken breast out. All right. And you can see,
Beautiful.
aren't they
For the
beautiful?
chicken.
And
you
you
can
use
see
no
over
oil
here.
in that pan at all.
Now, remember last week we finished the sauce off with the cream?
Yeah.
This week we're going to finish this sauce off with the bechamel. Okay? So you're going to get an orange flavored gravy.
Now,
And
where
then
did
you
the
just-
orange come? Oh, you put some orange juice
Yeah,
in there.
and this has got the essence of rosemary in it. So basically you'll reduce this down a little bit and you'll make this thick. And as that's thickening, we're going to finish it up with a couple of sprigs.
Oh.
I'm going to take the whole sprig and just drop it in there.
Oh.
All right, you're not going to use that anyway. You want the flavor of it, and you just let it cook. And you see how it's thickening now?
Yeah.
All right? So when you're finished with the gravy, basically, this should be a little bit thicker, but you get the idea.
What do we do with this? I forgot.
That just shows you how to make the roux for the beforehand.
Oh.
How do we know when
Right.
it's done, Charles?
How do you know when it's done? When it smells like cookies, right? And it'll
Not
end
yet.
up, well, Jack cooked that roux.
It was
It'll end
heaving a
up
moment
looking
ago.
like this. It'll feel like silly putty.
Can I
That's how you
feel
know
it?
it's done, yeah. Very simple and easy to
See
make.
how yours is different. We'll be back in a moment and try this
you'll
stuff
love the
out. Check
flavor
out
of
our roux. You know what? I just tasted that roux. I put my fingers in it, and I burned them, and I had to...
Well, you should have burned yourself.
Can we have a bite of the chicken
Sticking
before we
yourself
have to
in the
depart today?
your
'Cause we're
finger
running
in
out
the
of time
pan
here.
is not a good idea. I can't find a
Wait.
fork, so I'm going to do
Do
this
we have
without
a fork in here?
Fork. Well, this
Oh,
is
we
a
have a
very low-budget
plastic.
show.
And
I don't know.
you'll absolutely love this. Now you want to sprinkle this with a little bit of rosemary that's been chopped right nice and fine. But I'll let you taste that and see what you think.
Let me try a bite, too, here.
That's an orange rosemary
Here,
chicken.
I'll eat this little bite. Oh, you
And
got
I've
a
never
good
made
one?
this before.
No, you get the
Today
big
was the
one.
first day.
I can't cut
No,
it
just
this
pick it
close.
off with your fingers.
No, I don't
Yes,
do that.
sure. Watch,
It is
I'll
so
show you.
good.
Isn't that good?
Oh, this is very good,
Oh.
I'm told.
Very
Isn't that great?
good.
Well, Oh, it is. We'll see it
Wow.
tomorrow at 11:30.
Isn't that beautiful?
It's wonderful.
Put some rosemary on it.